Hey there everyone, welcome back to our guide on the Rimworld of Magic. Today, Bug is a Blood Mage. Now you guys might notice, I've been going through and mostly doing combat classes, trying to focus on non-combat abilities and so on. Today, that's going to be completely impossible, because our beloved Bug the Blood Mage is entirely a combat character. Blood mages derive their power from wounds and injuries. So while it's best to have a blood mage who can use a sword or gun or bow proficiently, it is entirely probable to have a blood mage who doesn't rely on anyone else for power. Their first and most important ability is Blood Sacrifice. This inflicts several deep wounds on the character that continue to bleed, from which they will derive their secondary fuel stat, blood. I say it's their secondary fuel stat, but it's really their primary fuel stat. None of their abilities use mana except for Blood Sacrifice. Blood Sacrifice has 3 upgrades. Blood as power is unique because it increases the damage of all blood magic by 10%, instead of just its individual ability. Blood Sacrifice reduces the mana cost and reduces the blood cost of all blood magic. Again, relatively unique to the blood mage themselves. Pure blood is probably the most important. Increases the amount of blood magic gained when using Blood Sacrifice or through bleeding by 10%. Increased skill levels allow the blood mage to draw fresh blood from the ground. I would say the first point you get in any blood mage should be spent on pure blood. That way they can start licking blood up off the ground like some sort of disgusting bottom feeder. So, in order to fuel any of our other abilities, we have to use Blood Sacrifice. We have 1 point, so any blood we give off, we can eat back up and use to fuel our magic. So, Blood Sacrifice. As you can see, as a Warforged, we don't really bleed a whole lot, which is a bit unfortunate. This does inflict bleeding on your character. As a Warforged, we of course don't bleed a whole lot, but give me a second. So we have a lovely Illithid assistant here, and if he goes ahead and uses Blood Sacrifice, as you can see, he now has deep cuts and he's bleeding with no immediate danger. But if we use it again, death in 22 hours. Blood mages are very dangerous to themselves, and sort of have to be supported by other mages if they're gonna survive. They have, as far as I'm aware, little to no means of actually saving themselves from their own power. One of the things that's important to note that I didn't even consider in advance is that a character capable of bleeding will make a much more effective hemomancer than someone who can't. So Warforged, for instance, with their natural healing ability, actually make pretty awful hemomancers. So we're gonna follow our Illithid assistant here for a bit, instead of following Bug, because he's got a lot more blood on him. The first ability I want to show off here is called Blood for Blood. This causes the person's blood to turn into a fine mist, and heals the hemomancer. So as we can see, it causes blood drain on the target. That slowly will heal up the hemomancer's injuries, but causes the target blood loss. Interesting thing about this ability is, of course, it causes the person to bleed, but does not cause them to become aggressive towards you. So if you can get 2 stacks of Blood for Blood on an animal, there's a low to almost, I'm pretty sure there's a none % chance that they will go hostile towards you, which makes Blood for Blood pretty effective for hunting bigger foes, as with severe enough blood loss, you can just take them down directly. So as you see, this Muffalo is now suffering through severe blood loss, and here in a bit will be downed. Yep, there he is. Now, an important note here at the bottom of the ability. The effects are the same when used on friendlier enemies, but this will trigger outrage if used to down or slay an ally or neutral pawn. So it's important to know that if you do kill an allied faction unit with this, it will still kill them and they will be mad about it. However, let's just go ahead and blood sacrifice again. Slightly inconvenienced, but no real danger. So that's good. The next ability I want to look at here is called Blood Shield. So this causes a shield to form up around a target. Cannot be used on yourself, will slowly heal the target over time, but if the target is attacked, the Blood Mage will take damage instead of the target. As we can see, Bug is under attack by some vicious Cabald, and we need to protect him. Blood Shield a go-go! As you can see, the Blood Shield is keeping him rather safe. Bug hasn't taken any damage despite being hit a couple of times by the giant-ass hammer. Any damage done to him will be done instead to our blood pool here. Okay, Bug is not doing so hot. Blood sacrifice time? Alright, and with that blood sacrifice in mind, let's move on to our third ability, Rend. This causes the victim's blood to violently reject its host and erupt from multiple wounds, resulting in a massive hemorrhage. So, if we just cast this on the kobold there, we see that they start bleeding out the damn ears. Oh god. We're not doing so hot as it seems. Yeah, our health's not going so well. So let's blood for blood on a Muffalo again real quick. Well, it seems like Bug here is having some trouble because that Cabald has almost got him dead, and we need to save our friend. Or if not save our friend, at least save ourselves. And that's where our final ability comes in, Ignite Blood. If we just point that over here and pop, it sets all of the blood nearby on fire. Alright, can we go and slurp up any blood over here? Excuse me, sir, are you delicious? You are delicious. Fantastic. Oh god, we're still dead in 11 hours, but at least we get some tasty blood. Alright, so after slurping up from some nearby Muffalo for a while, we're all healed up. And I'm sorry, I kind of lied before. You see, that wasn't exactly our last ability. You see, after we generate enough blood, we can use Blood Moon. Surrounds an area in Blood Magic, calling forth demons of rage and terror to prey upon enemies within. So this is just a neat sort of AoE ability here. As you can see, the range is pretty long, and the visuals are cool as fuck. It turns the entire map red. And let's see what it does. Let's say this was the enemy's base, and they're just going about their day. Suddenly, we throw up Blood Moon. Oh good god, no! I forgot to slap on a door. Oh good god, no, we're dying! Oh my god, that visual is pretty good actually. And the crazy thing about the Blood Mage is that if they're bleeding to death, they're just constantly generating their own resource stat. Now of course, we need to keep blood for blood up. That way we don't actually die from bleeding. But as long as we're causing ourselves to bleed, we're causing ourselves to gain mana, or, well, blood. As you can see, Blood Moon causes blood to be everywhere. Isn't that just a mess? So if we come over here to our enemy's base, we of course can't see inside, but let's see. Can we, oh, hold on. Can we find a nice big pool? Right there. Let's go. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, good God. Yeah. That's what I wanted to see. So, looking at our upgrades, we of course have the power upgrade on Blood Sacrifice, the cost upgrade for Blood Sacrifices as well, and then we can lick blood off the floor like a bottom feeder. On Blood for Blood, there's Hemophilia, which increases the duration, and Life Pulse, which has Blood for Blood doing additional healing, as well as putting out a healing circle. Okay, hold on. Oh no, somehow a friendly kobold has been downed. But the only other person around is this friendly dog. Luckily, we're an expert when it comes to healing using blood, and we can heal up to 3 cells out. So let's see. Pop. And now we put out a healing pulse. Death in 4 hours. As you can see, though we're bleeding the dog, we're slowly healing him too. I think we've saved the dog with his own blood. Have we saved the kobold? Hold on, we'll try to save everybody using the kobold's blood now. Alright, kobold, let's go. Death in 1 hour. Death in 0.7 hours. Death in 0.3 hours. Oh no, the kobold died. But the dog has survived, and that's all that matters. And now, we have some lovely kobold to eat. I call it a kebab. On the blood shield, we have Coagulate Wounds, which increases the amount of healing generated by blood shield by 15% per skill level. Oh yeah, I could have just used that to save the dog. And the kobold, instead of relying on Blood for Blood. Okay. Thickened Blood increases the strength of Blood Shield by 10% per skill point. So yeah, we could have totally just used Blood Shield to save the dog. That's fine. Listen, that kobold, he was working for the enemy. On Rend, we have 4 separate upgrades. We've got a damage upgrade, cost upgrade, duration upgrade, and then I believe the skill upgrade itself just sort of upgrades all of those, as well as the radius, the range, and the maximum number of targets. Ignite Blood has damage upgrade and a burn rate upgrade. This affects how fast flames spread and how quickly flames pulse. Okay, so it's how often they spread to other blood piles. Got it. For Blood Moon, a size and damage upgrade. There is, of course, the cost upgrade, which also increases the frequency of attacks. There's a duration upgrade. And then, of course, the upgrade for the skill itself, which increases, it looks like, the range. None of the upgrades to Blood Moon, unfortunately, make it able to pass through walls, which is a little bit sad. So this is a purely combat class, although maybe that's not so fair to say, because it looks like it also has some unique healing potential. Looking at Blood Shield in specific, they can make interesting, if not good, probably not specifically good, healer classes. Blood for Blood makes them better, when mixed in with frontline troops, by allowing them to heal their friends. Blood Shield allows them to support a tank. None of these are particularly good base skills, unfortunately. They're particularly bad when you look at their skills at researching and learning skills, unfortunately. They're pretty good at taming animals, and that is exactly the sort of thing you want to do with the Blood Mage. You want to make sure that they have plenty of animals. A nearby group of Muffalo can keep a Blood Mage going for quite some time. So taming your own Muffalo can make sure that you have plenty of blood when a raid comes by. Just imagine, you're getting raided and then you start rending your own Muffalo and keeping stacks of Blood for Blood on them. Although these ones aren't mine and they're pretty mad. Oh god. That would have gone a lot better if they were my own Muffalo, I swear. But as I lay here on the floor, slowly bleeding out, that's going to be it for now. If you're interested in Rimworld of Magic, I'm going to put a link to it and Cures class add-on in the description below. As well, you can join the Discord, where we talk about Rimworld, Rimworld of Magic, mods in general, and magic in video games in general. As well, you can join me over on the Twitch stream. I try to stream at least 3 nights a week, between 8 p.m. and about 2 a.m. And I always stream using Rimworld of Magic because, well, it just adds so much to the game. So that's going to be it for now. In the meantime, just remember, nobody's cares. Thank you very much and good night. And we slap a new box on there. We open that up, and then, oh, no, we want to put the box back on there. Bullets go there. The bullets go there. We slide that shut. Do that. And then the murder button works.